Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minutes with Dr. Suny Caminero, MD with Cosmetic Gynecology of Florida. And we have a special guest today, Dr. Suny,
I'm really excited to talk to Miss Bianca Ariel today.
with Recalibrated Vision. Bianca, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about Recalibrated Vision.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll just kind of high level go into my backstory so it all kind of makes sense. So essentially, I had a sales and marketing career in the pharmaceutical industry focused on long term care. And I realized that there was a lot of resources, time, and energy being spent on promoting products and really educating physicians on how to sell those products. But there was a market that we were definitely missing, which was essentially what I called back then the holistic market, which is now more about whole person care. So I left my career during a spiritual awakening, really felt called to leverage my experience to support physicians and healthcare visionaries that were interested in building person care practices and really helping people heal at the root. So essentially, I founded Recalibrated Vision to help those do that through private strategic advisory and media production for visibility.
So tell us about who's your audience? Who are you giving this information to? Who's really your audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So we serve two different demographics. So we essentially, under our umbrella, call everyone healthcare visionaries, right? Because that's what we aspire to be. That's what we want to activate. But we support physicians and other healthcare practitioners that are in conventional medicine that are interested in really building their own holistic or whole person care business. This could be in integrative medicine, functional medicine, lifestyle medicine, direct primary care, anything that's really focused on helping educate and serve patients at the root. And then we also serve physician entrepreneurs who have already made that transition, but really want to amplify their practice through visibility. So we offer media production and podcast services to really help them educate their audiences and position them as a thought leader so we can really expand their voice.
That's fantastic. And I know it's so important these days, having that good quality content out there, as that's what we love to do here.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the podcast that you host as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that, part of the process and like I mentioned before, the mission of our company is to really inspire visionaries to leverage their careers and transition to what it is that they feel called to do. And through that journey, there's so much that goes into, really leaving a career that you worked so hard to really obtain to really pursue something and really go into the path of the unknown. And so I created the Recalibrated Vision podcast to really empower and highlight those stories. And so that anyone who's making this decision doesn't feel alone, right? And so we talk about not only the process of building a new career or a new business, but the journey from making the decision to leave their conventional careers to pursue something that they essentially feel called to do.
That is so important because, as you said, there's so many physicians who feel sometimes stuck where they are and they don't really know what to do next and they don't know if they can kind of take the next step. They don't know if they're going to succeed in the next step. There's so many unknowns. They have families and they have to support. And having just kind of like that information that, hey, you're not alone. Other people have done it. Other people have succeeded on it. Follow what you want to do, and your passion and your drive is going to kind of get you there. That is so important to show other physicians that there is another path.
Absolutely. And I definitely want to kind of touch on the framework that I use in my practice to really help anyone bring their visions to life. And that's through what I call the visionary apex. So essentially, it includes vision, making sure you have a clear vision, belief, making sure you believe in this vision, worth, make sure that you're valuing your expertise and what it is that you're offering, strategy,
Hmm.
making sure you have a plan to get there, systems, make sure that you're automating this plan so that you're able to execute, which would be number seven, and then consistency, really going through the repetitive boring tactics that are ultimately going to help you bring that vision to life.
That is a beautiful system and
Hmm.
structure that is attainable as long as you have that right mindset, which it seems like you really help work with your clients to assist them with that. So,
Yeah.
Bianca, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us on 5 Minutes With.
I'm very happy. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. See you next time.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bianca.
And viewers, we thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you want more information, you can see underneath this video, we have Bianca's information and many other profiles right here on the Daily News Network. We'll see you in the next episode of 5 Minutes With.
Hi, I am Dr. Suny Caminero, and I am a board-certified gynecologist in Florida and founder of Cosmetic Gynecology Florida. I opened this practice because I wanted to give women the care they deserve and be able to provide a comprehensive treatment for women in one location. Here in Cosmetic Gynecology, we really focus on the topics that women are embarrassed to talk about. It's the things that affect women on how they feel in their body, how they function, how they have their relationship, their self-esteem, and the things that are blocking them from being the best self that they can be. Anything that has to do with their vagina, with their labia, with their clitoris, all of those things are really hush-hush, and women are not encouraged to talk about, and also they're embarrassed to talk about it. Urinary incontinence, hormonal imbalance, just not feeling comfortable in your own body. These are the issues that we want to solve. Over the years, I have obtained specialized training to be able to provide care for women in the different aspects that affect their individual parts as well as the whole part. We have curated this entire experience to give you the solutions and the results that you deserve. From the moment you walk in through this door, it is a safe environment. It is a calm setting. What we want is for you to feel comfortable to discuss anything with us. When you're completely comfortable talking about what's going on, we can give you real answers. Everything that we do in this office is thoughtful, it's private, and it's centered around you. There is no pressure, there is no judgment, there is just real solutions. Because your quality of life is not an option. Expect more from your body, and we are here to help you live your best life.